Hey viewers, welcome back to Ringside Seats. I'm here with my mate Chris. How are you, Chris?
I'm really good, Jim. I've had a good few weeks away from the work that I've been doing, mate. I haven't been doing any, but it's been good to just do nothing.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Had a break. Spent the last couple of months catching up on some of the good Aussie boxing. We wanted to have a chat about. There's been some good Aussie fights of late. Hey, like No Limit Boxing's put on some shows these last couple of months. Been
Yeah.
amazing.
Fucking No Limit's doing a great job, aren't they, for Australian boxing, mate? They're looking after their fellas, looking after their people, the boys and the girls, and promoting it really well and getting some really good fights on. So like Nikita and that fight was just amazing, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. Well, hey, Khan
Ah.
Mazudia, what a warrior, and Nikita, bloody unbelievable, both of them. Hey, what a warrior as well. That was a beauty, wasn't it?
It sure was, mate. I watched it a couple of times, and I thought Cohen was going to get him in the fifth round. I thought, oh, he's going to take Nikita out here, but
Yeah,
to Nikita's fucking toughness, mate. He stood in there, but he still uses his head a bit, doesn't he? He was moving really well in the first three, 4 rounds, and then sort
yeah,
of stood there and took a few fucking hard ones, man. And Cohen took some humdingers, mate. Like.
yeah.
His guts must have been like jelly the next morning, mate, and a headache. They both would have had fucking
Uh,
severe headaches, mate. Really top fight. Two tough lads, mate. Really tough. And
absolutely.
and good exhibitionists.
Yeah, those boys put on a show, didn't they?
Ah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, they were promoting the fight as a war and two warriors coming together, and it didn't disappoint. It was bloody so good. I really enjoyed that action, and everyone you talk to, they're going, that was one of the best. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, Nikita was moving really well. His evasiveness, moving his head, you could see he took a lot out of those camps, and probably working with Tim. And then, yeah, sort of, I guess, in the battle of it all, you can forget those sort of things. And he sort of got caught a few times, and Cohen was coming back, as you said, in those middle rounds. And I'm thinking, holy jingers, full on, man. And then, yeah, and right near the end, there, I thought Nikita was he's like, I didn't think he was done, but he was like really tired. You could see him tiring, and because Cohen just kept going forward all night, didn't he? I think that was obviously the plan. The corner's plan was we're going to come forward and take it to him. Otherwise, Nikita will sit back and do those big power shots.
Yeah, yeah. So they had so well done to their coach and their trainers, mate. They watched Nikita's fights, and yeah, like you said, Jim, that was he just kept walking into him, and some of the hits that he was taking were like fucking split your face open, and he just kept walking in, mate. It was, and even Nikita in his after fight interview, mate, he said, "I was not expecting what he did." I was
Yeah,
not expecting it. And yet the talk was so good between them, like even before, there was no trash talking, there was no bad mouthing. They both knew they could fight. They both knew they were fucking warriors, and they both knew they were going to fucking hit each other really hard for a long time, mate.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and they just didn't disappoint anyone, mate, anyone at all.
No, no.
Both fighters. It was so good. So that's two fights Nikita's had for his first Australian title was fucking amazing fight, and his first and that defense was uh, just incredible. So
Yeah, just a real spectacle. Great entrance. Both the boys come in with pretty cool
yeah,
entrance. The crowd was obviously ripped for it. So no, it was a really good fight card too, wasn't it? It was some awesome fights.
oh yeah, there was some really cool fighters on there, mate. The one old Zarafa sort of had a bit of a hiccup in there, but
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
that poor Tommy Brown tore his bicep off his arm, mate. Like you can't.
yeah,
And his Zarafa's brother was stupid, fucking dumb. Obviously, he knows now he's not allowed to go to any no limit fights, but he kept
yeah.
Zarafa on. So that's going to be interesting, mate. If that comes off Zarafa and Nikita Zoo. That's really going to get the people interested, isn't it? You
Yeah,
know, that's
you're right, and I think that's where they're obviously been, no limit are probably looking at ahead, thinking this will be the fight that the gathers the interest, and they're keeping Michael on the books for sure. Like it's
yeah,
some big prize fights coming up, so be very interesting if they fight. Um,
yeah, it
be
would be.
very good fight, I reckon. My obviously, Nikita's our favourite, would be the favourite to win, but you got to be careful of Zarafa, with his epic
He's
fights
quick.
against Jeff Horn and history. He's still a great fighter, so
Yeah,
yeah, be a bloody good one.
I
That
did
was
watch.
a big promotion, August 28th, International Convention Centre. That looked like an awesome stadium, didn't it, Chris?
Yeah, nice, mate. It's really nice, neat stadium, good views from everyone.
It was
Fought every.
interesting. They fought for the vacant WBO Intercontinental and IBF Australasian Super Welterweight titles. Do they relinquish the Australian title after one defence? Because I've seen that happen a few times with Hassan and a few others, where all of a sudden they're not the Australian, holding the Australian belt. So I don't know if they vacate it because of regionals have held. I have to find out about that. But in any event, it's a great promotion. There's some good action shots here. Those two boys. How did you like Nikita's haircut, mate?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's about time those young fellas started getting proper haircuts. Oh, hang on, ours fell out. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
They're getting closer.
it looks savage.
Yeah, they look
Well,
good.
at
They look
first I thought he looked a bit like he was out of, like at weigh-in. I thought he looked like he was out of prisoner of war camp, mate.
I know, he must have been bloody working hard, working away.
Oh,
Yeah, so
you
that was the
bet.
result. A TKO in round 9. What an effort. And now, Luke, there's their boxing record after that fight. Nikita moves to 10-0, 10 wins, undefeated still, which is awesome. And Cohen, no disgrace to losing to Nikita. Hey,
Oh.
he's a true warrior. Look at that.
And I think it's 11 zip now for Nakia.
What was it? Might have
Maybe
been
not.
before.
Yeah, because look, he's got hair there.
So that's his last few fights. He's defeated Kyle Mazzudia,
Oh, right. No,
Crowdy, the Italian stallion. He was a bloody goer too. He was tough. And Dylan
he
Biggs,
was good, mate.
that was a
Yeah,
great fight. And Jack Brubaker, that was another war. So I'll tell you
yeah.
what, he's doing all he can, whoever they put in front of him.
Oh, mate, he's a good little fighter. Fucking tough as.
So it's a
Yeah,
bit
once he
different.
starts to move, like those first 4 rounds, Jim, the first in that fight, once he starts doing that a bit more instead of sort of
Yeah.
blocking with his head again, he'll go all right. He'll be a world champ, I think.
Oh shit, yeah. I love what I loved about the No Limit card. They get and on KO Fox Sports, they get Sean Porter out, the great Sean Porter. It's great to hear
Yeah,
his commentary, and even I could, I was chatting to a few of the boys afterwards, going, "Yeah, did you hear him listening to him? He knows what he's talking about." He kept saying that Nikita leaves himself open to that right straight coming through, and he goes, he's talking about the movement of the head. We call it tick tock, and but it was really interesting. We love it, Sean. But there was really great commentary from him because you get some real good fighter, some insights from a true champion, true fighter.
Yeah,
Um,
mate, some good pointers, doesn't he? You know,
yeah,
he points things out that you
yeah,
don't you don't notice until he does it. Yeah, until he points it out.
and
Yeah, I
I'm
like
sure
Sean.
the boxers, the Aussie boxers who he's commentating on, if they're smart enough, which most of them are, of course, will sit down and watch those recordings and listen to what Sean Porter said and really take it in and learn from that because just those subtle bits of advice for all of them. So before Brubaker, he sorted out Benjamin Bomber, Belbin, and a few others where And Ben Horn, I still reckon down there. Ben Horn was his toughest bloody one of his toughest
Yeah.
fights. And Cohen,
Yeah.
that's interesting. His fight history. I think it was he lost to Benjamin Hussein, and Ben Hussein's always a tough fight for anybody. So that was, I think, the challenge he had was to come back from that loss, in which he's done well. Yeah, he's fought the likes of Wade Ryan, Joel Camilleri twice. So great boxing record from Cohen.
Yeah, he takes some hard. He's fought some tough men in there, mate. So yeah, he's not afraid. He's certainly not afraid.
No, no, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next.
Yeah,
What was a
yeah,
wrap beating Tommy Brown? Unfortunately for Tommy, Tommy was pretty good at that first round. He put a couple of good ones on Michael, and
yeah.
but then he's done the arm injury, which was pretty devastating, I'm sure, for Tommy. And it would have been a
Oh,
good fight. I reckon it would have been a bloody good three to four rounds of full on attack from those two.
yeah.
But unfortunately, the injury stopped it. And as we saw, as you mentioned, bit of mayhem in the ring. Didn't go too well.
Nah, it didn't go down too well at all, mate. His silly brother is not allowed to go back to the fights anymore. Fuck, huh?
And you go, he's probably just sticking up for his brother, but just did the wrong
Yeah.
thing. They've had a fair few fights, these two blokes, haven't they? Zarafa's actually
Heaps,
32.
mate. But
That's
Zerafa just talks too much, and if he was just a bit more humble about him fucking self, egotistical little.
I
He
know he's. I think he's trying to promote it. I think he's trying to play play
yeah,
the bad guy card a little bit too much. So, but then again, it might be worth it for him in the long run with the paydays. So I know
yeah,
the promoters like that sort of shit, but I don't know. He can go a bit over the top to
yeah.
get can go too personal,
There's
but yeah,
no,
he's fought some champions: Anthony Mundine, Jeff Horn. He sorted it out. Isaac Hardman. Isaac's still chasing that rematch. I'm sure Isaac would like to sort him out.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was looking at Tommy Brown. Tommy Brown, he's had quite a fair few fights. You know what fight this is what I put up, Chris. This is the fight I'd like to see. They're all talking about Zarafa fighting Nikita. I'd like to see him get through Dylan Biggs first.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight.
Or Cohen. Hey, I'd like Cohen to get in there with him.
Well, yeah, Cohen and Zarafa would be a good one too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, he defeated Marcus Hayward, and Marcus Hayward, it's a Kiwi. He's a tough nut too. He was it was a good fight. He did well to beat Marcus Hayward, and that was a bit of a war. Before that, he lost his Australian title to Nikita, but he's had a few other good wins, including the likes of Ryan Mitchum and Dan Hill and Joel Palvides. So I
Wow.
reckon
Wow.
Dylan
Yeah.
deserved another
He's
big
done
fight.
well there. Yeah.
This was a good fight, wasn't it, Chris? Bloody
It
Conor Waller.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
Long.
Everyone thought Jerome was going to knock him silly, but Connor didn't think so, did he? No, that
No,
was a really good fight. That I enjoyed that.
I did too. It was a beauty. I actually
They're
didn't
fucking
think.
tough, these
Oh,
Irishmen. But
yeah, these bloody Irish lads.
yeah,
Mucking. Yeah, I like watching Connor. He's a funny bastard, isn't he?
yeah.
um,
He's got a good
Jerome.
crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I
crowd love
actually
him.
thought I was surprised about the 116, 112 scores. I thought that was a little
Oh
bit closer
yeah,
than that. The 115, 113 was the other judge. He who had that. I thought it was closer than 116, 112. But then again,
yeah.
I'm no.
It was a beauty. Um,
Pamplone
what-
lost to Zinad last time too, didn't he? What about this fight? Do you like this one?
um, yeah, this little Trewella's a goer, isn't he? He's
Oh yeah, yeah.
lightning. He was in there. He
No,
was doing some lightning stuff.
yeah, he's a
I didn't
good
get to
boxer.
watch 58, 56.
Yeah, 58, 56, all three judges. And Jensen was tough. He just Reynolds and Billy Polkinghorn. That was a cracker.
Polkinghorn's got a really good style, hasn't he? I like his
He
style.
does.
He's a good, neat, clean boxer.
Yeah. Good amateur background, isn't he? Apparently.
A good, yeah. What do you have? 25 amateur fights. So he hasn't had a lot of fights, but he's fucking good at it.
Impressed with Michael Reynolds. Michael, he's a tough nut. He didn't back
Yeah.
down at all. Really stuck it to Billy as much as he could.
But they've had a fairly good amateur fight, haven't they? Both of them.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
career.
Yeah, yeah. Looking at that, I think Michael. Oh, that's we've got his professional. He's just had the two fights, one win, one loss. But his amateurs, he had 21, 21 and 10 in amateurs. So yeah, and he's a good, tough
Yeah.
lad from New Zealand. I was wondering why he took on Polkinghorne because only his second fight, but obviously they both come from the amateur ranks. As you can see here,
Yeah.
Billy, that's his third professional fight.
Mate, and I watched the Casillas one too. His second fight, Polkinghorne's second fight.
Oh,
That was a beauty, yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that was tough as well. That Casillas is a tough lad as well. Yeah.
really? And this was a good, tough fight. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
Sunday night defeated Laban Stringer, split decision. Split decision, I think.
Yeah.
I
I
I think Stringer
think
was.
Stringer got it.
I did too, actually, and it was a bit of an upset because I thought they were expecting Knight to win that one. So yeah, I was with you.
Yeah.
Watching that one, I think Stringer did a lot more work and was upsetting Sunny Night a fair bit actually, and disrupting his usual fight style. So that could have been a real style fight. But yeah, I think he was a bit dirty himself, wasn't he, Stringer, about the
Yeah.
result. I don't
Yeah.
blame him. I think most
No,
people thought
not
he
at
got.
all, mate. It was a good fight. He's a tough bugger on
Yeah,
screen.
and this one was a beauty.
Ah,
Uh, Jasmine Parr. She fought that Thai girl who's just bloody tough. I think these were the prelims. Jasmine Parr defeated uh, Taya Powell.
yeah.
Maya Solomon was a good fight against Connie Brown. Good win.
Yeah.
And Fathi defeated Manuel. So that was a really good undercard. And how good is Jasmine Parr? She's just sort of progressing really well. She's an awesome
She is
fighter.
she is such a good fighter, right? She
Yeah.
fucking her boxing style is so good. And I was listening to John Wayne Parr in between the rounds, and
Oh, yeah.
his advice to her was fucking spot on, and she listens. And there's another fella in there as well, and she gets really good advice from a corner, mate. Fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
knows what to do. She's got so much power in her arms. She looks like she wants to kick you. So
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
first, that's where she started in Muay Thai. But now she's going to be a world champ, mate. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
I think we need all our girls to get world titles and bring them back here. It'd be a
Yeah.
shame if we have to fight each other for world titles in the girls' ranks.
Exciting fighter to watch. Up and coming. Did a bit of commentary the other night. I saw that on with No Limit. So um, just going to be a star for sure, and
Yeah,
well
she
deserved.
is, mate. Yeah, she said to television into overdrive when to watch at weigh-in. It just went apeshit, mate. Everyone went apeshit at weigh-in. Like there was more viewers at weigh-in than any other time. Magnificent weigh-in, we call them,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
well done. She's really caught the attention of everyone, mate. Well done, young lady. And
Yeah.
no one's going to argue with her because her old man knows how to fight too.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's
But,
sort of out. But we've got Tim's fights coming up, October the
oh,
19th. That'll be a beauty.
yeah.
That will be a cracker. Super welterweight world title over in Florida, Orlando, Florida.
Ooh,
Man, for that one. This is a tough fight.
mate, that's fucking tough. Fucking tough.
He's undefeated, 22 wins from 16 KOs. The Russian lad been fighting. I think he's been living in California for a while now, and he's got a good background. Amateur pedigree as well. So but no doubt our man Tim will be up to that challenge for sure. And the Salt Taker, hopefully, will sort him out and become a two-time world champ.
Mhm.
Where are you going to watch that one, mate? You're going to have to set that one up with Wal. Set it up at
Oh yeah,
home. Yeah, that
yeah,
one.
for sure, for sure. Eh,
Come up
I
right
reckon
quick.
it's gonna go 12 rounds.
Yeah,
Or so.
yeah.
You're not a world title holder for nothing, mate.
No, and Tim, I like it. Tim's got he respects all his opponents, and he
Yeah,
certainly knows backgrounds. One hell of a challenge ahead of him that he's going to take him out. So looking forward to that one.
oh
Um,
yeah.
so
Look at
we
his
just,
eyes, mate. Old mate's eyes. Like
oh
there.
yeah,
Fucking you can
yeah,
climb into them. Oh,
and,
that's going to be a great fight. Really good.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Now
this one I missed, mate.
the other week, last week was great, great card again. This fight was for the vacant Australian welterweight title, Malia versus Horn. That was a cracker too, wasn't it? The other fight was Luke Gersbach versus Lilo Talipi. I tell you what, that was a cracker as well. We got that was a really good. I think it was a co-main event actually, but going back to the Malia Horn fight. Well, these two blokes are so tough. Jason Malia, he's got great style about him. Went the full 10 rounds. Ben Horn, man, they both smacked each other bloodies with some beauties. And I cannot believe how tough Ben Horn is.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
he can really
Horn,
take it back.
he's got, Barry Michael was in the commentary and he's going, I can't believe how good Ben Horn's chin is. It's like bloody rock. It's granite. He can just take it. He's bloody hats off to him. Those Horn brothers are two tough mothers.
Yeah, they are, mate. So they're both bashing Zarafa now, so they'll be enjoying that. That's where Zarafa's training.
Well, Jason Malia, like he's really coming of age. I think be some really big fights for him come up soon. And Ben Horn. Actually, the one thing I will say about that, I think Ben was a bit rough, but one of the judges gave every single round to Jason, and I thought that was a bit over the top. I think Ben was pretty pissed off with it too, mate. He definitely won a couple of rounds at least, and
Okay.
it was a lot closer than one of the judges scored. It was ridiculous. I thought. But you be the judge. Let me know. We'll have a chat a bit later and tell me what you
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Like Jason definitely, I thought was had won the fight without a doubt.
yeah.
He did enough to win convincingly, but Ben definitely. There was no whitewash. Ben stuck it to him. And this fight, mate, you got to watch this fight. I hadn't seen Gersbeck fight before, and he's very entertaining. And Talipi is one great prospect coming up as well. So got to enjoy that one, mate. And that was for the Australasia Silver Super welterweight time. So they put on a cracker of a show, mate.
Okay, I'll find that. I did watch him knock him out but I didn't. I haven't watched the whole fight of Tanks
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's
That's
only had a
interesting.
couple of fights, hasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, here we go. Five. Yeah.
Five
So
fights, yeah.
5 fights. It's undefeated, and young up and comer.
And
But
Luke,
Luke, mate, he's tough too. Jesus Christ. There was one round I was going, oh, I can't remember what it was. Second or third round. It's like, holy crap. But
yeah,
yeah, and Luke puts on a show. And he was enjoying himself at the same time, mate. That's a beauty. This was a good fight. Joel Taylor was coming back after a bit of a layoff.
yeah.
He fought
I did see
the
this one.
Japanese fella, Hatanaka, who was he's a kickboxer known for a couple of big knockouts. And he got Joel earlier, a couple of good hits right on the chin, and Joel took it really well, mate, and sort of
Yeah,
adjusted brilliantly, and really controlled the rest of the fight, dominated, and in the end, I think Hatanaka was just happy to survive because Joel was chasing him all night and getting a few good ones in.
Yeah,
And this was another bloody good fight. Abby Cook versus Blake Wells. Really,
yeah,
really enjoyable fight, that one. That was a split decision. Two judges got the fight 76-75, and the other one went to Cook 76-75. So this goes to show how close that was. So
yeah,
these boys
yeah.
doing pretty well. And Billy Polkinghorne fought again with another brutal knockout against Karame. Yeah. So it was really good. Another, like you said, another good event there. Mikhailovic, the Kiwi boy, isn't he?
From Russia, the Kiwi, yeah, and trains out of here sometimes, has fought over here, fought in Sydney. He, yeah, he's good, mate. He's a good fighter. This bloke is such a good boxer. And what I like about there's no fucking bullshit about him. There's
Yeah,
no
right.
bullshit, he's just this is what I'm gonna fucking do. This is what's happening. He's just there, he's right on. And his style, Jim, is really good. Big and
Oh,
powerful. Yeah, good boxer to watch. So that's for a world title. I watched a couple of Mikhailovic's, mate, and he is tough. He is tough.
they were supposed to fight overseas, weren't they, just last month? And then the world champion withdrew the night before because of his
Fucking
flight.
dehydration.
Wow.
Dehydration. I was watching the interview with him, with Mikhailovic, and I agree with him 100%. This bloke was a belt holder. Fucking, how can you get dehydrated 24 hours before, mate? So he was out partying or doing fucking whatever he was doing and not
Yeah,
being a professional boxer, mate. So
yeah,
look out for the next bloke Mikhailovic fights, which is this fella. And I think he'll really show his wares this time.
yes.
He's a
I
good
hope so.
heart.
I hope
Yeah,
he fucking,
he's a fancy boxer, mate. I like his style. He's
yeah.
there at the moment, and he'll fight it as it is. Some people go out with their plan and they fucking run with their plan, and the plan don't work. He changes up. He's good. I
Andre
like him.
does. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
good. Yeah, maybe the other guy, the champion's coming down under now and think it's all gonna be easy. I'll just go down there and sort him out.
yeah, yeah. I
Get
think
shocked.
so. Do I?
He'll get a bit of a shock from that, I
I
reckon.
reckon he will. Yeah, I reckon that's why the other bloke didn't come and fight him, mate. He's watched him and thought, "Oh fuck, I'm in trouble here. How about
Yeah.
we pull this off?"
Well, here are the two fighters.
Look at him. Look, he looks like he's going to punch it, doesn't he? And he
Yeah,
loves the Zoo boys. He loves the Zoo boys because they got Russian in them, mate.
yeah. So he's a Kiwi. He's nationalized Kiwi. Hey,
Yeah,
Andre.
he's a
Yeah,
Russian born in Russia and went to New Zealand,
he's a
Australia.
he's a
Well, having
tough
a
nut,
fight.
like a tough bastard, isn't he?
Yeah, tough as guts, mate. Fucking oath he is. He looks like a big rusky who could just handle a
Yeah,
fucking good hitting.
Mikhailovic 21-0, so he's undefeated, and so is Janovic. Then there's
Oh,
this other fight, bloody Bitterbeard versus Bivol. That is a classic. It's going to be a classic, isn't it? Two
mate,
awesome undisputed fighters, or for the undisputed.
this could be the fight of the decade. This
Yeah,
fight. Like these two blokes are so fucking good. Geez, better be. I really like Better Ev. He's a man of very few words.
yeah.
Humble. He says he wants to be a good boxer one day.
One day.
But one day, mate. Yeah, and he goes, and maybe after this fight. And I'm thinking, fuck, man, that's really laid back.
Yeah, yeah. They're
Yeah,
both great fighters, aren't they? Like they're top of the world, buddy, and putting it
yeah.
all on the line, which is great to see.
This is how
Great,
it should be.
classic styles, aren't they? Just so professional and ah, unbelievable.
Yeah,
Look at
mate.
them.
And they're not fucking blowing their own whistle or anything, are they? They're t just talking boxing, and that's what they do. Outside
Yeah,
is, their own life, but they just talk boxing and not I'm the fucking greatest in the world or anything like
Yeah,
that. It's just so good.
yeah, they're good. So that's the fight card. Hey, Bidabiev versus Bivol. And you've got some other great fights. Chris Eubanks fighting. And we've got a
Yeah.
couple of Aussies there, mate. Our champion, Joy
Well, man,
Hens,
how
two
fucking
champions.
exciting.
Joy,
Right. Jaya Pataya, right? The
yeah, he's fought
fucking beast, the
champions.
man of a different metal. He's made of
Yeah.
different metal, mate. He comes from a fucking asteroid, this bloke. He can take anything, mate, and give it. Oh, fuck, he's good to watch.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Love you, Joy up a die. I think he's going to absolutely fucking annihilate Jack Massey. He'll be
Yeah.
2 or 3 rounds, mate.
Oh, fuck yeah. I hope so.
And
That'll be a
I find it
beauty.
strange, mate. This is just me. I'm finding something strange is that Jai keeps talking about this fucking sheik. Hey, I'll do
Yeah.
what the sheik wants. Now, the sheik has either got his tossle or given him a fuckload of money, mate. A lot of money. I don't. I feel uncomfortable when he talks about it. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
the only
All
thing
right.
that I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the sheik.
that,
Yeah.
that's Ben Whitaker. The fight underneath him, Ben Whitaker's that Tommy guy. Is he the guy that real smart ass comes in and sort of dances around, tries to throw the ridiculous punches and tries to embarrass his opponent? Is that him?
I think that's him, mate. Yeah. He's
Look at him when it's on. It's bloody. I reckon it's bloody. He's a good fighter, but geez, he does some weird things and bit of a
yeah.
smart ass. But Sky
Someone will clip
Nicholson,
him.
our champion, she's gonna. This will be a good fight against Chapman. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So that's for the
Oh,
her. She's defending it with a featherweight title. Hey.
yeah. Yeah, mate. Sky Nicholson's just such a great little person anyway. She's a fucking good
Yeah.
Aussie boxer, mate. And Raven, hey, what a cool name to start with. Raven
Yeah.
Chapman.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be a beauty, mate.
Yeah.
Really good. And it's actually, mate, the first women's title held in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Okay.
World
Yeah.
title, mate. And
Yeah. So
one's a
they'll be.
Aussie, mate. So that's history.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a great boxer. So she'll adapt to whatever comes at her. Like she can box in distance, but if somebody tries to come in hard and rough her up, she'll be able to adapt. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
I think so, mate. I think it should be a beauty because she does stick and move Rocky. She's in
Yeah,
and out all the time. She can calculate what they're going to do. That's what we spoke about last time. No, it's like she can fucking see what that her
yeah,
opponent's going to do. It's like I'll take a step out, bang, bang, fucking inside,
yeah,
outside, bang,
yeah.
hook, nice.
It's going to be hard for anyone to get close to her to get hold of her, and she's going
Yeah,
for the big fights. There's a few big fights that are coming ahead. I won't go through those, but you got. It's an interesting end of the year. We've got bloody that big event we're just talking about, and then you got the ones in Tokyo. Nakatani again fighting for the bantamweight title. Then you got Jack Catterall's fighting Regis Prograis, and
oh,
Jared
I've
Ennis
had,
is back in the ring in Philadelphia. Then you got Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, 8 rounds in Texas in November. That's crazy.
that's
And
no,
uh, and what about in December 21st? That'll be a bloody beauty. The rematch, Usyk versus Fury. Um,
yeah.
can't wait. So some great stuff coming up.
There's some good fights there, mate. Now I don't think Jack Catterall's going to get any further than what he is, mate.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's a bit of a yeah. Although progress was pretty poor against Haney, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is our I'm looking forward to this one. Tim Zoo.
This
This is
this should be a beauty,
Buckram.
mate.
Yeah, for the super welterweight title. This will be a bloody tough fight, eh? I have no idea what's going to happen in this one except fireworks.
I think Tim will just wear him down. I haven't watched the other fella, so I'm going to watch some of his before I even. I think Tim
Yeah,
will get it because Tim's just he wants to kill everyone at the moment. So go for it, go for it, mate. So
I
I'm
watched,
gonna check out the other blokes.
yeah,
And
I watched a few of his fights, and he comes in swinging a lot of punches, and he's got a what I've noticed, he's got a really long reach, right? Not just with the jab, but he comes in with some big overhand rights, and um, it- so it'll be interesting. I think, like we know, Tim's defense is brilliant, so he could he'd be the one. Tim could keep the distance and control the distance of the
yeah,
fight, but this Buckram can really throw a lot of heavy punches. But see, Tim's a different beast. I think Tim will be able to adapt and defend brilliantly, better than a lot of the fighters that Buckram fought, I reckon. That'll
yeah.
be a crack.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good then,
They
mate.
look they look like mean bastards, don't
Oh,
they? Look at that.
all
Great.
those European guys, mate. Look, he
Tim,
looks a bit like Better Be You.
he does, doesn't he? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So the Russian lad. So this will be a
Yeah,
cracker. And it's in
that's
Florida,
going to be,
Orlando.
man, that 22 and zip, that's damn good record, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. That is pretty good. So and he's got a good amateur record as well. So Tim will be aware of that. And
Yeah,
like I agree with you. I reckon Tim will wear him down. I think it could go the distance,
I
big
think so.
time, because yeah, they're both. Although I reckon Tim might get him in the ribs a bit. That'll be nice. I think it's some good body shots.
Yeah. What height is
Oh,
he?
hey?
What height? Oh, 6 foot. He's 6 foot. So yeah, he'll be there for taking.
Yeah, yeah. So
He'll be
he's
able to get that rib shots in.
quite tall, then. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then that's the undercard. But I think since then they've added this one. Our mate Matteo is back and going to be fighting this guy, so it's pretty cool that he's on the card.
that'll be a beauty, mate. Look at
Yeah,
old Tapia there. He looks like a little movie star sort of bloke, doesn't he?
that was
Old
ripped,
school
isn't
boxer, mate. He fucking looks like an old
he?
school boxer.
Yeah, yeah. He's looking good.
Must be
Taps
the
are looking good.
moustache.
Yeah, He- he's looking ready to go too. So I
Yeah, that'll
no,
be a fucking beauty, mate.
yeah. Now looking forward to those, mate. It's going to be bloody
Oh,
awesome.
we've got some great fights coming up one more time, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just keeps rolling along, doesn't it, eh?
good stuff.
But we've got right up till Christmas to watch Fury. You can skip fucking Mike Tyson fighting. For me, I don't.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not too sure what to expect there.
It'll make them millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Obviously, why
Yeah,
they're pretty keen on doing it. Get together after these upcoming fights. I'm really looking forward to it, and
yeah,
we'll check out what the rest of the Aussie fights are happening with Ace Ace Promotions, Ace Boxing with Channel 7 Plus. That's pretty cool. The Premier Boxing as
yeah,
well. That's been some great fights on there. Dan
it
Hill's fight
sure
recently.
has.
So
Uh,
yeah, and No Limit are
I'd,
doing a great.
I'd bagged the shit out of that we had no boxing free to air, remember?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then just, I think it was the week after I found 7 Plus, and
yeah,
oh, sorry about
yeah.
that.
Go and check this out. Andy Raymond's back. That was great. It's good to see him, and
Yeah,
good to see them. Take it easy. Good to talk to you,
I
mate,
will.
and we'll catch up soon.
Will do, mate. And as the great Jeff Fennick says, love yous all.
That's all. See you, mate.
See you, mate.